In the name of Allah, welcome once again to Code with Safi, everyone. Today we'll speak about PHP cookies in accordance to the continuous of our last session we had. Today we'll speak about cookies. In latest video, we spoke about file upload, how to upload and create and write files. Today we'll speak about cookies. So what's a cookie? A cookie is often used to identify a user. A cookie is a small file that server embeds on the user's computer. Each time the same computer requests a page with a browser, it will send the cookie to. With PHP, you can both create and retrieve cookie values. So, a cookie is a small file where server embeds to the user computer. Or when you open up some websites, they request you to accept cookies. While you accept cookies, actually you're allowing that web server to store some small files on your PC. Sometimes those files can be harmful, or generally they are not harmful. But for better access and for better data consistency, web servers or website holders store some information on your PC to access some data when you reopen or launch that website once again. So, how we can create a cookie with PHP? For creating a cookie with PHP, we have a function. As we already said in last sessions, the real power of PHP comes with its functions. We have more than 1,000 functions in PHP. So, a cookie is created with the set cookie function. Just simply, with set cookie function, you can set a cookie. The syntax is use the set cookie. First, define a name for your cookie. Second, define a value. The third one, the expire, the path, the domain, the secure, and HTTP only. These are the parameters. And from all of these parameters, the name is mandatory. The name is important and it's required. Others are optional. You're free to set other values, the other parameters, but the name is required and mandatory. You should set the name. So let's create a cookie. How we can create? Simply with set function. So for creating and driving a cookie, there's an example. So the following example creates a cookie. Name it user with the value John Doe. The cookie will expire after 13 days. It takes 1400 multiplied by 13. And if you use the forward slash means your cookie is available entire website. Otherwise, select the directory you prefer. So when you are setting a cookie, if you choose the forward slash, it means you're injecting or embedding your cookie on the main directory that website. So across all the pages, the cookie is available. But if not on that, you should choose where the cookie should be stored. We then retrieve the value of the cookie user using global variable cookie. We also use the set function to find out if the cookie is set or not. There's example. We are setting a cookie name that's user, a cookie value that's John Doe, and we use the set cookie function with parameters cookie value, time plus this duration 86,400 seconds multiplied by 13. So what it means, we are setting this for 20 days, and for the path parameter we are using the forward slash or the core directory of our website. Then we using the we are checking the set cookie using the set with the name. We are using super global cookie with the name cookie variable. The name we have set in here, the variable cookie name, that's a user. Then we do an echo cookie name is not set. Else echo cookie name is set, and value cookie name cookie, and display the cookie. Just simply let's copy this code and execute this one on our web server. So we have the PHP tag, so we don't need the PHP tag. We just need this part of code. For that, we need to open So before going to the code, just remember the set cookie function must appear before the HTML tag, not inside the HTML tag. And the value of the cookie is automatically URL encoded. When sending the cookie and automatically decoded when receive it, to prevent URL encoding, use set raw cookie instead. So you can set a raw cookie instead of that. But let's examine this one. Come on and copy the code up to here and open your Visual Studio Code and the project that you're working. So in our case, that's a class project. Let's get to the test form and test form. So we have the files included here. We just need to go to the header.php and include this footer in the header at the first place before set starting the HTML. Before the starting the HTML, we need to turn on the PHP here. Then inside this PHP, we need to paste our code. We just need to simply print this one. So for printing this one, we need to examine some parts. Just simply turn off this one and oh, sorry, there is an OpenJDK here. And we want to print this one in our test form.php. We are setting this cookie here and then accessing this cookie in our test form.php. Why? Because we see it in every place from our website. Before this form, we want to paste this one simply. And then open our browser, to our localhost and class project test form. Now we should get our cookie user. So the cookie named user is not set. We're getting that? The cookie named user is not set. It's not set. Yeah, why not set? Because it's URL encoded. And we are setting this inside our form. So the cookie is not set. No problem. So let's modify our cookie. We can modify our cookie using the cookie set. Simply just change the variable value and you're all set. So now our cookie is not set. Variable cookie name. Why cookie name is not available here? Because we don't have this one in this page. We don't have this one in this page. We are setting this one in our header.php. So simply you can cut down this one and come inside this before your form on your PHP. So this is another PHP, just sit here and come on again here and load. What says now? Cannot modify header information. Header sent by to put this one header.php line 1. So it said cookie user set, but we got a warning. What warning? As we said, for avoiding warning, you should set your cookie before the HTML tag. Before the HTML tag. So use the set raw cookie function to prevent URL encoding. To prevent URL encoding, just use the set raw cookie. So set raw cookie for prevention of URL encodings. So what says? The uncategorized set raw cookie argument number 2 cannot contain strings. Cannot contain strings. Name, value, and cookie expire options. This one. So for this case, just use a set cookie, but please use this one before the header. Use this one before the header here at the top level of your page. Now there's no warning. Why no warning? Because we are setting our cookie before the HTML tag. Now cookie is set and value is John Doe simply. How you can modify, just simply change the text, like my name, code with Safi. Simply, now we are getting that one. Refresh it. Now the value is good with Safi. Simply, nothing. Another is how to delete a cookie. To delete a cookie, use the set cookie function with an expiration date in the past. With an expiration date in the past, like minus 300, 3600, or minus 1 hour. Minus 1 hour. Simply not using this one. Just change the plus to minus 3600. Simply, that function is cookie is not set anymore. Cookie name user is not set. Why not set? Because the cookie is already gone. If you want to set for only 1 hour, you can choose the plus 3600. Plus 3600. The cookie is now set. Value is good with Safi. Simply check if cookies are enabled or not enabled. How to check? So to this example, create a small script that checks whether cookies are enabled. First, try to create a test cookie with set cookie function and then count a cookie array variable. So just count it. Cookies are enabled. Cookies are not enabled. So we just need to add this piece of code to our code. Just this piece of code maybe in here. If count the cookie. If count the cookie is greater than 0, then cookies are enabled. Else cookies are disabled. What we will receive? Cookies are enabled. We are receiving cookies are enabled. Why enabled? Because we have a cookie. If we don't have a cookie like this one is not enabled. Why enabled? Because it's pointing on the path. So yeah, we have cookies. If even in the path, why? Because you have a cookies. If you turn down this one, to comment, now you will receive that cookies are not enabled. So simply cookies are enabled. And the complete reference for cookies are available. PHP network reference, you can check here. The PHP network reference, we have lots of functions for cookies and functions. So this was the cookies that we spoke about. Cookies are more important parts of our web developments. Always, if you want to store some data on your client side, use the cookies. Have a nice day.